BetOnline is the world's most trusted betting platform and your number one source for online betting. From the earliest odds to in-game live betting, BetOnline provides you with all the action and the ability to watch the games as they happen. With the largest selection of odds on everything from football, NBA, NHL to entertainment and political props. Head to BetOnline today to get in on the action with America's most trusted site for online wagering. BetOnline, the game starts here.
What's happening? What up, though? What it do? We are back. Welcome to Tiger Talk TV. It's your boy Terrell Key, aka T Reezy.
And it's your girl Danielle, aka Don Yeezy.
And it's your boy Toby Johnson at Fear Styles.
All right, so check this out, guys. Before we get into it, let's get to the business. The business is, if you have not liked the page, like the channel, follow the page, follow the channel, you can check us out on Google Podcasts, you can check us out on Apple Podcasts, and you can check us out on Spotify. Also, we're on YouTube. But when you go to YouTube, make sure you hit the subscribe button and then click the bell. Bling! So you can get the notifications every time we post or make a video or upload a podcast, because it all helps the cause. That's I love Jackson State University. But hold on, before I speak to my lovely people here, if this is your first time, welcome to the show. If this is your second time and beyond, welcome back to the show. We're going to do this again. They let us back. Toby, Danielle, they like us or something. I don't know. We are here. What it do, y'all?
What it do?
What up?
Hey, we're here for, so this is what we're here for, just in case people don't know. This is the homecoming recap. Jackson State University 2024 homecoming extravaganza recap. A lot of things happen during the week of homecoming, from the first day all the way up until the last day. We talking 7 days of homecoming celebrations. A lot of things go on in there. We didn't make it to all 7 days. I mean, but we're gonna touch on some things that we did enjoy, some things that we did embark upon. Let's get right to it, lady and gent. What y'all?
Man, look, I want to jump. I want to jump in and do and just be messy for a minute at the beginning.
Oh Lord,
wait a minute. So I got a question.
Oh Lord, he said he want to be messy. No, yeah, I don't know about this.
Okay.
So we came to Jackson for the merge, and at the beginning of the season, and we picked what we thought would be our section of the year based off the first performance. All of us had different sections. Mm-hmm. It's a little bit past mid-season, and this was an opportunity for all of us to see the band live from the beginning of the game, marching in to the end. At this present moment, because it hadn't been decided yet, because the year is not over.
Messy.
What section would you think has the edge of being section of the year at this moment?
All right. So my answer has changed. Ironically, this is a terrible question, but I like it. My answer has changed. My reason is not really important, but I'm gonna give my answer. My answer is the Piccolos. I would say the Piccolos.
Oh,
I would say the Piccolos. I'm gonna give you why. I'm gonna tell you why I said the Piccolos.
Do you remember what was your section at the beginning of the year?
The Mellophones.
Okay.
Bias, of course.
Bias.
But the Mellophones are they I'm talking amazing. But I say the Piccolos, but then the Mellophones, they're still there for me, because of what I experienced with them on the Friday night marching back to the band hall, well, back to the plaza area. But I'm gonna say the Piccolos because the Piccolos, they just been showing out. Like I listened to them cut through the band with their sound, and we talking, the Piccolos, man. I mean, like you can hear the parts, and they are very crisp and clear. So I'm gonna say the Piccolos. That's my changed answer. I'm gonna leave it at that.
Yeah, you gave one too because Piccolo was one of maybe 3 that I picked at the beginning of the season. So they've gotten better. You're correct. Yeah.
That's me. That's
What up, D?
What up?
D.
So I think Piccolo's was one of mine too.
What?
In the beginning.
Oh.
At the beginning. No.
Yeah, not now.
Oh, okay.
At the beginning. No, they're ranked high for sure. My vote is going to go to the trumpet section.
Okay.
That's who I would give section of the year to.
Bias.
I don't know now.
I don't know
about bias.
I don't know about bias.
Hey, but I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that answer. I'm not mad at that at all. Shout out Trump Funk, I'm sorry, section.
Throwing it out there because I did pick Piccolos and I said WT at the beginning of the year. Trumpets, I knew that they were going to come with it. This year, and no fall off from last year, but right now it's a tie between the trombones and the baritones. It's been some songs that I don't even hear when the trombones have the melody or if they have the chorus. There's been moments where I don't hear a trombone. I hear the words coming out of their instruments.
He said, hear the words.
Yeah, it's like I hear the words. So I go back and I rewind at the game. It was the slow song that they played at halftime.
What's the name of that?
Feature piece.
What was the name of that?
Oh, I hate that.
I can't think of the name of it. Oh, that's terrible. What was the name of it?
Everybody was singing.
We were singing. I can't think of. I hate you did that. If you had not have said that, I would have had the answer.
I should have did some research before.
Anyway, the slow song. Okay,
yeah, we'll
come back to it.
Like we were singing it, and then I stopped, and I was like, I could hear lyrics coming out of the trombones, and so right now I'm leaning trombones.
Okay.
My mid-season prediction: trombone's gonna be section of the season.
Okay. I'm not mad at that, honestly.
I'm not mad at the Piccolos, and I'm definitely not mad at the trumpets. So we're gonna let the Piccolos, the trumpets, and the trombones go at it.
They just line up in front of each other.
Let's go at it.
Like a triangle.
Go at it. No, the rest of the season, go at it. It's in your court. It's in your court. And we have no decision in this. This is just us having fun.
That's funny. I like that. I like it. I like it a lot.
I love that no one picked the same section.
I mean, too. We had something different to offer and add. That's cool. I like it.
And at different points of the game, certain sections just stood out. And
that's true.
It was beautiful. It was beautiful. So that's it. Let's talk about homecoming weekend, man. When did you get there?
Ooh, D go first.
I got there Thursday.
Yeah.
Lucky you.
Thursday, right before doors for the block party.
Okay.
So
yeah, it was a little rainy out there.
Yeah, it was quite rainy.
Did you have your poncho?
I didn't have a poncho, but I was dressed. I was dressed for the weather. I'd say that. I didn't have weather. Yeah, I didn't have a rain poncho. But yeah, started pulled up, went straight to the block party, and I didn't stop until brunch Sunday.
Yeah.
I didn't stop going.
Say hashtag no sleep.
Team no sleep.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. I got there Thursday though. It was, I didn't see as many people as I expected to because of the rain, fortunately. But yeah. I think that's probably why I missed a few people. this homecoming. I missed a few people that I would normally see.
Wow.
And that happens.
Yeah.
I felt like I saw everybody.
On which day? On Thursday or Friday?
No,
or
like
the whole
because
weekend.
I got in on Thursday, but just hanging out. I started Friday. I took my son and I. We went on campus. We actually met some people for breakfast, and then went on campus. And, it was important to hit the bookstore to get some merch, and then just walking up and down the yard, and we saw the band, and just seeing people left and right, and giving hugs and getting hugs, and making sure I was intentional on taking pictures this year, because it's so many times we get there and we get so excited that we see somebody, and then we start talking, and then we're like, I'll see you later, and you turn off and go somewhere else, and then you don't see that person again. And so you missed out on that opportunity to collect that memory. So my thing this time was like, as soon as I saw him, I'm like, hey, let's get this picture. And then we start talking, and we go through that. And then just being intentional and just being, focused on the moment. So yeah, we got there Friday, went on the yard. After the yard, took my son over to my mom's, and then came back, and then went to the day party around like 4:30 at Taste, the Sonic Boom type thing. And it was amazing. It was an amazing event. I got there a little early because I don't want to fight parking and trying to figure all that type of stuff out. I'm 45 now, so that respectfully showing up late, fashionably late. I'm over that. So like getting there so I can enjoy the full experience of the event, and just vibe out, listening to music, sitting at the bar, talking to people. It was a great event. So the host, who was that? Atlanta. Who was the host?
ATL Collective.
ATL Collective.
You kind of playing ATL Collective.
Yeah. Yep. It did an amazing job. Nice spot in Fondren. It was awesome. I had a really good time, and I knew that it was going to be the beginning of a good weekend. I brought because I drove. The number one reason why I drove, I didn't want to have to check in a snare drum, because I had full attention when I left Tampa that I was going to march at that event, because Maurice had sent all the information out. And so I packed up. I practiced a couple of nights here just to make sure that I wouldn't look whack. Look, against everybody else.
Looking whack.
I showed up at Taste, and then I got to talking to one person, talking to somebody else, having really good conversation with people. The music was a vibe itself, and they were over there warming up, and I just didn't feel like leaving the fun that I was at to go chase some more fun. So and it's no disrespect, because they did an amazing job, but it was equally as fun sitting back watching WT alumni play at the event, and that was it was amazing. People really enjoyed that. You see all the videos that's done popped out from that event now. And it just shows like the love for Jackson State University, because like people still playing, people still marching, people own their own snare drums, bass drums, cymbals. They keeping that stuff around and it was just magical seeing people still playing and enjoying it. We talked about that in like one of the first couple of episodes. Doing and continuing to do what brings you joy. Just seeing people doing and continuing to do things that bring them joy brought me joy in that moment. And so that was a really good event. It brought me joy in that moment. So we wrote it out at Taste that night, and didn't leave until like close to the very end, and then we did some hopping around. But it was fun. I feel like I saw so many people. I reconnected with so many people.
All right, that's dope. So I got in Friday. Me and the boys rolled out. It was a little, a dude trip, little dude and little dudes, hit the little dude. So they kind of like riding around. Well, they kind of like going out of town and stuff. So took them to my mom's crib, so my mom could have some grandma time with her grandboys. Just kind of her and her on her turf in her home with what she want to do with them. And she just kind of just have the grandma moment. So that was that. Got in Friday. Once I got them settled and situated, I ended up going to M-Bar. Met up with the crew there, had some fun there. And so we were having a good time there, but we all were like, okay, let's dip and let's head over to Taste. And as we were on our way to Taste was shutting down. So it was like, oh, okay. So then we went to the band field, did the whole march back kind of thing. If you know, you know. So what happens is traditionally the Boom alumni, old heads, they come back and sometimes they'll march back from the practice field to the band hall, which is real nostalgic, you know, because it's, you know, you play and get ready and all this good stuff. You're at practice. It's like it's the practice is a whole nother thing that a lot of people don't really get a chance to see, because it's a vibe at practice, you know, marching through the campus every single night on the way to the field and on the way back to the band hall.
Did you march?
I did not march, not this year. I walked back. I went to the band field and I drove back to where the formerly known as the band hall. And then I walked and I met them like halfway on the plaza, and I just kind of just walked back and just kind of, you know, just
because, you know, my next question, if you march, I was like, did you take a shirt off? Because that's a new tradition. That we didn't do that back in our day. Everybody taking their shirts off marching.
It's a thing, especially the drum majors, which I think is really funny. That's a thing that they're doing. The percussion too.
Yeah,
they take
do.
the shirts off, and it's weird. Like, why I got your shirts off? I guess they want to show that they've been in the gym.
That doesn't hurt, like a strap.
A strap on bare skin.
And a drum.
Yes, but if I would have did it this year, I was definitely gonna show this beer belly. I was gonna have that belly out.
Dead bod come through.
It's a father figure. A father figure.
I'm sorry, father's
that's
figure.
Hilarious.
Father's figure.
That is funny.
Put that on a t-shirt. Father's figure, not a dad bod. Two different things. Hey, but so now that was it. That was me as far as like the first day and getting into town, getting situated. It's always great and good seeing people. It's always fun seeing people. It's always amazing running into people that you had no idea you were going to run into. Wherever you are, whether it's at the gas station, everybody's in town. Whether it's at the mall, going to get some shoes, whatever you're going to get, or I need to run to Walmart, get a punch, whatever, you run into people, and it's always a good experience. It's always a good time, you know. Then for me, you know, I'm coming home from Jackson, born and raised in Jackson, so not only am I seeing my JSU people, I'm seeing my Jacktown people, my Jackson folks, you know, people that I grew up with from like childhood, you know. My partners in the hood, wherever I'm going, you know what I'm saying? Just being real. So wherever I go, I'm seeing all my people, I'm seeing all my friends. So I really enjoy that. So that's that part. Oh man, we got it's a lot. There's a lot that goes on.
It is. I had left out Thursday night. There was an after party.
Where?
At the Supper Club, which is like around the corner from this convention center. So anyways, Tez and CJ had a party, like an after party, after the block party at the Supper Club, and that was just a whole nother vibe. You know, the block party, you know, there weren't a lot of people that came out because of the rain. But a lot of people went to that party, after party, and it was crazy. It was a midnight brunch. That's what they called it, midnight brunch.
That's clever. Never heard that.
Yeah,
I actually like that idea.
I saw the flyer and it was like midnight to 4. I was like, that's gangster.
It is. Like, just don't go to bed at all the whole weekend if you wish. Not.
That was some people's lives, I feel like.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm sure some people were in there. So how long were you there? You were there till 4?
Oh no. I left probably around 2:30.
2:30. Okay.
Yeah, 2:30, 3 o'clock.
Yeah, that was the magic number for me.
2:30. That's like a hard cutoff. Like, look, 2:30. Bye, y'all. See y'all tomorrow morning. I'm out of here.
2:36. Oh, okay.
You know what's funny? Like going back to Taste that night, my niece, she works at the university, and she was like, "Where are you?" I said, "I'm at Taste," and she was like, "I was like, come through," because she's like 26 years old, and I've never really just without family just hung out with her one-on-one. Shout out to Kobe, and she went out to she graduated from Ole Miss. She's a pharmacist. Super duper proud of it. But she came out, got her in. We got some drinks or whatever, and we just got to sit and hang. And she had some questions. She was like, "Oh, this is a thing," because she's 26, and so she gave me a different perspective of the event. She was like, "Oh, this is like a club. It's playing like the same music that I listen to, but the people in here are," and I was like, "What, older?" And she was like, "Wiser," and she was like, "How did you know about this event?" I was like, "Well, and I had to like school her on that. I was like, well, within the HBCU community, it's about the decade and the DJ. You follow the DJs that were playing, when you were at school. So you still follow them on Facebook, Instagram, all the social medias." And so I had to start looking around the room. I was like, yeah, I've partied with everybody in here, probably since the days of Tiffany's, because it was the same, people, but everybody's coming back. And so it creates that vibe. I said, I wouldn't be surprised that down the street, there's a group of people partying with a DJ that they came here like in late 2000s, like 2020. But I also wouldn't be surprised if downtown there was a group that graduated in the 70s. They sitting back hanging out, with the same thing. It's like so many things that's going on, but where your vibe is going to be. So like it used to be a campaign a couple of years ago, don't follow the club, follow the DJ. That's a true fact, because you get in the soundtrack of your life when you go follow the DJ. So shout out to both those events I went to.
That was free. I think DJ Freeze used to always have that on his shirts.
Yeah.
Don't follow the party, follow the DJ. And then IE did follow your DJs. I'm not sure. Not the wording may be different, it's something like that. But yeah, so shout out to them. So yeah, you're right. You follow the DJs, wherever your favorite DJ gonna be, you're gonna go to and hang out with them, wherever that is.
Saturday, guys.
Saturday.
That's a whole nother vibe.
I was up early. I said to myself, so I had a parking pass. I said, I'm going to take full advantage of my parking pass. I'm not going to be in anybody's traffic. I'm not going to be stuck outside of the gate and cannot get in because it's full for some weird reason. I said, I'm going to get here early. I pulled up at the stadium. It was 10 o'clock and it was still traffic.
But it wasn't bad. I got to give a shout out to Metro Police.
Yes.
Because like in years past, and shout out to you for encouraging me to get a parking pass, because I was gonna wing that thing. And I was like, okay, let me go ahead.
That would have been,
because it was so much easier than ever in life for me to get into. Ever in life. Shout out for that. I got to complain about concessions, but getting into the stadium, it was great.
It was great.
Yes, it was great. Right. Yeah. I already wrote my letter. I'm not going to even complain about concessions.
I already wrote my letter.
You got a letter?
I got a letter. I already wrote my letter.
Is it on company letterhead?
No, it's on my letterhead.
Yo. Yeah. Toby Johnson Enterprises.
We got to fix that.
Yeah, we get yeah. All right, so that was
I can't sneak my bottle in and not have ice.
Well, I mean, it depends on how you like the contents of
I did not sneak.
It depends on what the contents of what said bottle is or are. The contents are, and if you like them chilled or room temp, if you will,
or coffee hot,
coffee hot, or there's another word called neat, but we'll leave it there. And neat kind of goes in with the no.
So you got that 10 o'clock, and you
10 o'clock, and I
tailgated. Yeah,
that's a whole vibe right there. That's a whole. That's a show.
That is.
That's a show.
It is.
That's a show. So I'm not gonna get into it. I got there at 10 o'clock, and I tailgated all the way up until it was time to go into the game. That's me.
That's when we linked up at the tailgate. Popped a couple of tailgates. Shout out to Alpha Beta, Phi Beta Sigma. Shout out Mu Sigmas, tent. And then I got invited and went to Bosco.
Yeah. Bosco Holloway.
They threw down. They threw down. And it was a nice atmosphere. It was fun. And then we just out there hanging out and talking and seeing more people, hugging, and taking pictures. It was a great time. Just tailgating.
That's always a vibe.
Different vibe from the night before, but still a vibe.
Yeah. Tailgating before and after are two different vibes too.
Yes. Yes.
Yes. That's true.
Yeah, way different.
That is true. It's the fact that you said this. So I'm gonna say this. I have a funny observation, and it's only been my own personal observation. So Danya, thank you for saying that. And then I'm gonna skip, and then we have to get back to the game. Tailgating before you crunk, everybody hype. They just got up out of the bed, freshly ironed shirt, brand new starched jeans, new shoes, and it got a brand new pump on. And this one, hey, look, starch. I was gonna see if anybody caught that. I
stay
said
float.
That.
Stay float.
You stand them bad boys up in the corner. They stand by themselves. I got a new pom-pom. Let me tell y'all, I had to get a new pom-pom because, like I always do, I got 1,800 pom-poms, and I always forget them when I go home. So I had to get a brand new one. This is my new one. But tailgating, everybody crunk, brand new pom-poms. You go to the game. All right, cool. You done sweated. You done shook your pom-pom. You done cheered. You done yelled and screamed. You done fussed and cussed. Now the game is over. And you go back to the tailgate. Everybody is moving like slowly. they're dragging. It's like everything is in slow motion, and it's weird because it's like, okay, we got to go back to the tailgate because we got to get some more food. We hungry now. We got to go back, and you go out there, and it's like, hey, who's the other? Everybody tired. It's funny, man. That's my funny observation about the tailgating after and before, comparing the two.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you're also slow to get up and go to your next destination.
Yes.
Ooh, so you just skipped all the way. You skipped the Saturday night. Yeah.
I thought about you slow or you don't go to the next planned destination.
Right.
And that's happened to me so many times years past. So this year, like I skipped out on the after tailgate because I was intentional about going to the next spot.
Come on.
It's because you go too hard on Thursday, or you went too hard on Friday, or you went too hard Friday night, or you went hard all day because everything is centered around the game. And that's where you give your all, the most energy that you have. The cheering, shaking on the pom-poms, you dancing in the stadium, you marching, whatever you're doing, you're exerting a lot of energy during the game in the middle of the day when the sun is out at 2:30 afternoon time.
So I got a question. What was your favorite moment of the game day experience?
Moment.
Game day experience. Man. I'm trying to think.
It can be anything. It can be like a song that you heard or something that brought you back, some reminiscence, seeing somebody, hanging with some people. Like what was it that, like, in that moment, we always talk about it on the show, what brought you like the most amount of joy? If you could bring that into just a paraphrase or something small or a moment, what was that just stuck out at the game?
Man, D, you got something? Because I'm thinking.
I'm thinking too, because you just sprung this one.
Didn't he though? Didn't he?
We got to scan through the game.
Ta-da.
I'll go first because I never go first. I ask my question. Hey,
Toby, you go first.
I got a question for you, Toby. Okay, I answer your question.
Okay, now.
No, it was more the event so the event, being away from home or being away from Mississippi for 18 years, almost 19 years, I forget certain things about the culture that's in my DNA. You know, um, it's amazing. It's amazing, and all of it I love. But from the boom marching in to the lift every voice and sing, going into the national anthem, and everybody in the crowd is really singing it and feeling all of it. And then, going into we came to play, and, having a pastor, pray over the game, and all of this is part of how I grew up. And then, a quarter and a half later, we playing neck, and we cussing out the other team's fans, and all this this gumbo of rituals that we do every time we come home. Right. is all important, from playing the show, in the third quarter, to the rock the house in the stands, halftime, all that. It's like it feels like a service, that we come back home. I think I've compared it, on a pilgrimage, just going back home and just getting all of that feel good, and you walk out, you feel better than you were when you came. And so it was one moment. It was a series of moments at the game day experience. I feel like Jackson State got it down to a science because it feels good. It's almost spiritual.
D.
Yeah, it is. I'm gonna have to just piggyback off of what you're saying as far as just the game itself, that whole thing, because it feels, I can't really explain how it feels being in the stadium, but it feels like a bubble. Mm-hmm. Right? Like this kind of bubble and everybody has the same goal, right? Mm-hmm. Which is, to have a great homecoming, win the game. Right. But it's like this common understanding, this common, the ethos itself. You know what I mean? That's my favorite moment. You know what I mean? Being at the game, the entire experience of the game. It feels different than any other home game.
Yes.
And yeah, just being in the box 12 down there, seeing everybody, looking up in the stands and seeing, Mr. Johnson and Dr. Rod, and the whole game is my favorite moment of the game.
The whole game.
Yeah.
I like that. So I'm gonna do kind of the same thing you did. Yeah. Toby, I'm gonna piggyback. But Toby said something that made me remember what my favorite moment was, because I literally was trying to fast forward 4 quarters in my head to see where did I have the most fun or what captured my attention the most. And I'm going to say, he said it already, it was the show. However, here's why this is my favorite moment. And this is the same moment. I'm probably cheating, because this is a moment that everybody has. It's got to be it's got to be everybody's biggest moment. But for me, when the band plays the show, it's like after the third quarter, the show is coming, especially when we're winning. Mm-hmm. The show is coming after the third quarter. So then when you hear bum, bum, that's all you got to hear. Mm-hmm. You know what that is. Like, we band people, we know the notes. Mm-hmm. So when I hear that, it's like you stand up, you pull your pom-pom out. It's time to get busy, all right? There are a million different things going on in the stadium at the time that the show is being played. Mm-hmm. The Sigmas are hopping. KK Psi is hopping. Tau Beta Sigma is hopping. The Qs are over there hopping. I'm looking at the fans and the people in the stands. People just doing their own thing.
The cheerleaders, the baby tigers.
It's everybody has something going on. It's a flow.
SGA.
SGA. Everybody has something that they're doing in that moment during the show. I don't even know what the football team doing on the sideline or on the field. I know they probably bouncing, getting crunk with it. But the show being played is one of my. It's because I'm gonna tell you what made me really remember it when Toby said it. Somebody posted a picture somewhere, a million pictures, of course, have been floating around social media, but it was a picture or it was a video clip of when the Boom was playing the show. That's what it was. It was a video clip when the Boom was playing the show, and somebody was on the field recording with their device, and it panned toward us in box 12. And I saw me looking over at the Sigma section and watching Top at the Sigma and everybody just hopping, party hopping. And I was just like, my body was turned toward, and I was like, yeah, I was captured in that moment. I was mesmerized because it was like they were all doing something different, and everybody in the stadium was just rocking, even on Pine Bluff side. Everybody just grooving because you can't you can't help but to move and groove to that. So I'm gonna say everything that goes along with what is happening when the show is being played was my favorite moment of the game day experience today, right now, at this moment.
I don't think that we sit back, and maybe people do, but this was the first time I really just sit back and was like I said, being intentional. That's the word. Being intentional about just the events and looking at it. But with the game, something that I noticed that I really never paid attention, and I know it's been going on for forever. But it was bigger because it was homecoming, because I was sitting in the U area, and right when the second quarter was ending and the Boom had went down to the field, from my perspective where we were sitting, I could see it felt like thousands, but it was hundreds of people walking, band alumni, Sonic Boom alumni, walking towards the band section, to stand, to hang out, and to collectively watch the show. It was beautiful. I didn't get up and go down and walk with that because I was just amazed at, people were like just walking. I remember seeing Curtis and it was like, oh, come on, y'all gotta keep moving. Y'all gotta keep moving, because it was times where it was stopped, but everybody was going there, and I was like, oh, that's a ritual, or that's a tradition that's just never gone away.
Yeah.
So it's look, never going away. So okay. So what do you think, flipping on you, both of y'all, what do y'all think,
I love it,
where did that come from? Where, like, the Boom alumni, everybody from all, everybody's sitting all over the stadium on the visitor side. People sit on there because they can sit. They come, everybody eases on back to where the Boom sit while the Boom is on the field for halftime. Where do y'all think they came from? Where did they come from?
I have no earthly idea.
It's been happening.
I did not pay attention to it when I was going to games before I was a member of the band. I didn't pay attention to it after, while I was in the band. Just looking in the stands, it just looked like a full stadium, Right. But then after I graduated, I know that, being with you or being with some other band people, like, okay, we're going to go up here. But it was something that it had to always happen. It just felt like we're going to gravitate towards, the band. And I don't know, it just feels like it's sacred ground that we can just to stand back where we've had so many great memories.
Yeah. There you go.
And you have to have went through something in order to stand there, and it's kind of like just going back to that place and being around people, united community of musicians that understand your language without you having to explain it. It's just a beautiful place, and I don't know. We need to name that section something, because we're going back to that section.
It's almost like another homecoming.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
we have
Homecoming
several
weekend.
homecomings within homecomings, right? Of course.
Yes.
As we go to the yard, we go to the band field, we go to of course it's the stadium for the game, but then we go to and in the stadium we go to our home that was in the stadium. That we were in every other Saturday for 4 years.
Yeah.
So that's dope. That's deep.
It is.
Beautiful. It's beautiful.
Yeah,
it gives you that I think it takes nostalgia to another level, because it's already nostalgic being in the stadium and being there watching the game and watching the band play the whole time. But then to be able to get up from your seat and say, whoever you're with that may not be a band person, or they be like, look, I'll be back in a few. I'll be right back.
I may be back.
Maybe back.
What's my percentage on my phone?
I'm gonna ease on up the ramp, go on down, and go back.
You gotta be able to get in touch with me, man. I'm at 25%.
Go. The reception is awful in there. Lord, how did they survive back in the same? Lord,
oh man.
So yeah, it's very So that's a vibe right there, just to kind of be right there with everybody, and then you're with a whole bunch of people you don't know, but they're family.
Yeah.
They're family, like they're generations of people that we don't know, never seen before in our lives. But it's like, if you over here, you good, you with us, we all together for 14 minutes, and then
we go back
to where we came.
Back to reality.
Back to reality.
Awesome.
That's dope. That's dope. I like that. That was a good one. That was a good two. You hit us with two.
Got a question. I don't know. It was a. We keep going back to that word, a vibe. Like, it was several different vibes this weekend, this past weekend, and I just wanted to make sure that when I got there, that I was focused on making certain events happen, because, like I said, in years past, you get there and then you run out of energy and you take a nap, and then that nap becomes a sleep, and then you end up missing the after party, or you stay through the fifth quarter, you go to the after the tailgate after the game, and you just exert too much energy, and then other things that's going to happen, you end up missing out on it. So shout out to the Boom. They did an outstanding job with the Michael Jackson show.
Oh my gosh.
Drum Majors,
oh my goodness,
did an outstanding job on their choreography.
I watched that clip 1,000 times.
Yes, man.
1,001.
Man, I'm right there with you, man. They did an outstanding job. So proud of them. And you could tell that it was a lot of work. The drill was freaking amazing. They did something different. Usually homecoming, they're gonna come and do the Tiger Run on, but they taking risk and they stepping out there. Probably this is definitely my favorite show of this season. And you can tell that they had that cooking for a while. And so congratulations to the Sonic Boom of the South. You are the best band in the land, and I appreciate all the work that you guys, your students, band directors have put in this season. You guys are doing a remarkable job. I do think that last year's Boom, the 23 Boom, lit a fire in a lot of other bands' butts, and every week the Boom is getting the opposing band's best version of themselves. When I go back and I just listen to the Boom from last year to this year, there are some differences, but they're both great and outstanding, and they sound good. I do feel that everybody else got a little bit better, but even with some of the bands that we've played, when you go back and listen to them the next week or the following week when they play somebody else, it's a big drop. So they coming in to Jackson State like it's their Super Bowl. And we got to step up,
No, I'm hearing.
And knowing that everybody that's coming to us, or we going to them, we're their freaking Super Bowl. And it makes it even better when the team is winning. Yes, like we are everybody's Super Bowl. I love Jackson State University.
Love the boom.
Call your mama. Love you. Call your mom and tell them that. Love the boom. You know, like DI love. So
just call and say, hey mom.
Yeah,
love the boom.
That's it. Right now, do it right now.
And hang up. Hang the phone up. Just hang the phone up.
So yeah, man, it was great. After the game, what did y'all get into?
Oh, D, I'm gonna let you go.
Yeah, so after the game, I did not do much tailgating because I was intentional. Okay, the intention was to go to my hotel room and take a nap as long as I could possibly take it, so that I could get ready for Grown coming. And I was intentional. This homecoming as well. I think it sounds like you are becoming a master, Toby. I'm working on becoming a master of homecoming, so that I don't crash out by the end of by Saturday, or just period. Like I don't crash out on any night because you can't.
Halftime at the game. I saw people sleeping in the stands after half.
Listen, I've had a homecoming or two that I had to miss that Saturday night party. It just wasn't. Yeah, it just wasn't going. It wasn't going to work out. So yeah, Grown coming was incredible. It's always a vibe. Well, since I've been going a few years now, and it's dope. The whole layout is dope. They can fit so many people in there.
Oh, there's so many people in there.
And and the venue is nice. It's a nice venue. So we were in our section and just turning up. Like it was dope. The stage. I didn't notice until recently, or like this year, that the DJ is like behind it's like an LED wall.
Yeah,
it's crazy. I was looking for him for an hour. It took me an hour to find.
Where is he?
So we all were at.
We all were at Grown Coming.
Yes, we all were.
All three of us. Yeah.
Right. I didn't cross either of your paths. But
you crossed us when you went across the stage. We were like, "Pickle Danielle."
Danielle's important.
Yeah.
Oh, for real?
Danielle's important.
Yeah, we saw y'all when I came in.
I was with the regulars.
We were down there dancing. We were doing the Tamia line dance and.
I was trying to be like this. I didn't know that was a thing.
Toby learned it.
You did not know that.
I did not know it was a thing. I was like, so I'm out there trying
on the beach.
I used to be, come on, feeding the sands. Right. I used to be a pretty good line dancer. So I was like, I can learn this real quick. And muscle memory is a thing. Because my muscles didn't remember any of that stuff.
Listen,
but I've been practicing since I got home.
I've been practicing for about 3 years. Like
what? 3 years?
I have to learn it every time I do it. Because I don't do it that often.
You're supposed to lock
and I get discouraged because I'm like, oh, I didn't cross the right leg right here. Man. So I'll be like, all right, whatever. Dude, and I'll finish the song.
You miss one step.
Yeah.
You're done.
You go.
It's not that complicated. It's literally right, left, right, left, right. You know what I mean?
It is.
But, I found a couple of YouTube videos. I looked at them. I think I've sent a couple of videos of me, working my way through it to Terrell. But yeah.
Have y'all heard the slow down version? Have y'all seen the video with the slow down version?
I have not.
Like chopped and screwed? No.
It's like close the line. And the woman is just doing it as slow as you can possibly do it.
I am.
Oh, is that for you to learn it?
Yes.
Slow it down.
Oh, okay. I thought maybe they were doing it slow.
It's not in slow motion. They're actually doing it slow, doing it very slow.
That is wild.
Hilarious.
It's hilarious.
That is wild.
Check that out. But man, it was awesome in there, man. The Grown's Coming, that event was crazy. It was so many people in there.
Like 1 million people in there.
And we were dancing, and I stopped and did one of those things again, just paid attention to the moment because I wanted to take the moment in. And I was like, man, these people are beautiful. Like people use their bodies as a canvas, and they dressed up and they were looking good. You know, they went to the seamstress and, you know, people were wearing, they were eclectic. It was just artsy to me. It was artsy fartsy. You know, people were, you know, they came out to impress. They had been planning this. Haircuts, hairlines were like on fleek. You know, the wigs, you know, the weave, the natural, everything was just, everybody was beautiful. And I was like, oh, this is just beautiful. I love my people. This is just, it was a beautiful event. And I was in that moment happy to be able to take part in it and just to see everybody just looking good. The city of Jackson was on their best behavior. You know, it was just an awesome event, man. It was great. It was great.
I'm with that. Yo, we got about 5 minutes left.
Okay.
We're gonna get ready to cut this down. But yes, I agree. It was an awesome event. I had a great time. It was great seeing all our friends, seeing all our old classmates and schoolmates and everybody. So, you know, you get a chance. So it's like, so the crazy thing about the last event, which, well, the last event is there's a brunch, but for most people, for some people, a lot of people, Saturday night is the last event. So you go to 5 events to where you only get a chance to see a certain group of people. So if you don't see somebody at one event, you'll see somebody at another event. And if you don't see nobody, you don't see that person or see somebody at the next event, then you may only see them Saturday. So it's like Saturday is kind of like, man, where you been all weekend? Man, I went to Taste. I went to M-Bar. I was at the game. I was under the scoreboard. I was down by the band. I was, blah, blah, blah. So it's kind of like, it's crazy how you get a chance to go to like 50 million events and then you finally see people at the last very second.
Yeah.
So that's cool. That's that part.
Yeah.
The brunch was popping though.
Yeah,
I didn't make it to the brunch. I didn't make it.
So the brunch that we did at Taste, it was popping. Yeah, it was a good day for it. It was warm, you know. Clear skies.
Clear skies.
Yeah, clear skies. You know, we had that rain. But yeah, the brunch was dope. There were more people, I think, that stay in town now as compared to past years, for, you know, whatever Sunday activities are happening early, you know.
Yeah.
All
good. Yeah. All to the goody gum drops.
Before we get out of here, I do want to highlight how important the Sonic Boom of the South is. I was in a conversation with a friend. I called her today because I wanted to talk about it on the pod. So I wanted her permission to be able to talk about it. And shout out Jabrina Johnson. We talked about her in like other episodes because she's band adjacent. And she was talking about like the importance of the Sonic Boom of the South. And she brought up, you know, like, hey, you know, I might go through some bouts of depression, and something that, you know, can bring me, you know, joy in a moment is, you know, I just go to YouTube and I'll pull up anytime Jackson State is marching and playing Get Ready. And it brings joy to me. It can make sadness happiness. And I never thought about it like that, you know, because the same here, you know, and I don't even do it intentionally, you know, but you might be in a low place, you know, or, you know, you're just down, you know, just not, you know, feeling, you know, 100%. Yeah. And it's real easy for me to, like, while I'm sitting there and you're like, okay, what do I do? Do I listen to some music? Do I watch a show? You know, something to kind of like just distract you from whatever it is that's got you in this mood. I go to band tapes, you know, past couple of years a lot. You know, I've been embracing it, you know, because, you know, like I said, you know, early on, it was like, okay, we've outgrown this, but really we not, because it's in our DNA. Don't deprive yourself of something that's supposed to be a part of you. And so shout out to Jer for telling me that, because it did, you know, bring it back, you know, to me. And then it also brought it back to the importance of being a musician and being a member of the Sonic Boom of the South, because it is you work really hard to be a good performer and to play this music, but ultimately it's for the fans, it's for the you know, for the alumni, it's for the people that love Jackson State, because it's a heavy burden, because what you produce can bring joy in other people. And I've really, you know, never really thought about it as a boomsman while we were in it and while we were playing, that we were bringing joy to other people. But the current students, I think that's something that you guys need to know. If you listen to the pod, that what you're doing is extremely important. Yeah, we're supposed to be there to support the football team, but it lives on beyond the game, because now, like with social media, with YouTube, the videos, everything is there, and people, you know, you're a medicine to a lot of people out there, and me included, and a lot of people that I know. So like when you can hit play and enjoy a Michael Jackson halftime show, enjoy a Luther Vandross halftime show. You can enjoy any of the shows, some fifth quarters. When you watching reaction videos or comparison videos and you getting mad at the host because he don't know what the heck he talking about, you know, building that passion, it distracts one thing, which is okay in the moment, but it also is medicine for the soul. So I really appreciate Jared for sharing that. And so shout out to her. But I really thought it was important that musicians, bandsmen, Sonic Boom members currently and in the past know that we contribute to, you know, bringing people joy. And that's a very important job.
Most
Absolutely.
definitely.
Can't live without music.
Can't.
It charms the soul.
Yeah. Oh, we forgot. Well, I wanted to mention the Q Parker from 112.
Oh yeah, that's right.
They did before the game during the zero quarter. Well, it wasn't quite the zero quarter, but what they did before the game. Yeah. So he, you know, Q Parker had gone on Instagram and saw a clip of the band playing Peaches and Cream at a previous game, and so he got on Instagram and he did like a reaction video to it, which was like, that was already like awesome, right? Like, oh, that's dope. But then he went on and created another video saying, hey, if y'all perform this, if y'all perform this at halftime or anywhere, like, again, I want to do it. I want to perform with y'all. And so they worked it out. To where he performed with them. He had on the Jackson State, garb and all of that, paraphernalia, whatnot. And they did it. And I think that it was dope that they were able to work that out, because I know, or I feel like, the band staff already had locked the Michael Jackson show in. So they made time to actually do that. So I think that was dope.
I think that's super dope, man. I'm glad. Shout out to Q for coming to the Jack, baby.
112.
It's 112. We grew up on that. We grew up on 112, y'all. We grew up on 112. All right, y'all. So that's it. That's us. JSU Homecoming 2024 recap. We had a ball. I'm sure a lot of other people had a ball. Cannot wait until next year.
2025, baby.
We're gonna do it all over again, baby.
Hey, we can do this again though this year.
We can.
Celebration Bowl.
We can go.
It's going down.
We can. We
can.
No jinx. I'm knocking on wood. I'm knocking on wood.
Let's do it.
We can. We're gonna claim that. We in there. All right, y'all. So that's it. That's us. Tiger Talk TV. This is Band Sessions with the Boom. It's your boy, Terrell Key, a.k.a. T-Reezy.
And it's your girl, Danielle, a.k.a. Don Yeezy.
And it's your boy, Toby Johnson, a.k.a. Furious Styles.
A.k.a. Furious Styles. He does it differently every time.
0.
0.
I was looking at an update on my phone. And
all right, y'all. So we out of here. That's it. Until next time, we outie. Peace out.
Tiger Talk TV is presented by Bet Online.